Thank you, everybody. First, I want to share my respect for you for investing a Saturday nice day in coming and discussing and hearing about peace. I suspect you understand that this is not an easy walk and that it involves a lot of resistance. So for that, I feel we share something. In my context, in the Israeli-Palestinian context, the word peace was used and abused, mainly by those that say they want peace, but usually want to control the other. For them, the situation in which they hold the power and they feel secure, they call it peace. This was the situation before the 7th of October attack by Hamas, with Israel controlling every aspect of Palestinian life, including the siege and blockade of Gaza, not allowing any normal life. Not that I justify the Hamas attack murdering civilians. Since then, for almost 2 years, we are in a situation I don't know what word to use in order to describe. Is it a war? Ethnic cleansing? Genocide? There is a lot of discussion on the word genocide. And it was also taken up by the ICC, the International Criminal Court. I don't know what they will decide, but I want to share why I use this word when I use it. There are 2 reasons for that. I want to make clear that the situation is so bad and unlawful against international law that it requires international intervention. If you know what is happening and you do nothing, you become a part of it. It is relevant for everyone, also for Taiwan. The second reason is accountability. This will not finish when the war will finish. We would have to find a way to address these crimes and treat the perpetrators and the victims in the right way. As for peace, finishing this war doesn't mean peace. We would have to continue trying to create the conditions for peace. People in my region still hold the fantasy that they could live in the region like they are alone, without considering the political wish of the other side. For me, the only lesson can be learned from the 7th of October attack and everything that happens after that is that Israelis could never live in safety and security by mainly using military force and oppression. Sadly, many in Israel don't feel like this. So, this is not the time to discuss political solution. Whether we are for one-state solution, 2 states, or other solutions, it is the time to invest in creating trust and understanding between the 2 people. The time, after this war is over. Now, we must all do what we can to stop the killing. And I want to share something that is very dominant in my position, in my community, in my society. Right after the 7th of October attack, we sent a newsletter to our community sharing feelings and condolences and understanding that we are in a very bad situation. And I received a message from my relative saying, I am very angry with you about what you wrote. I don't feel we need to talk anymore. And I was like, Papi, is this you? Did someone took control of your WhatsApp? And she answered, no, it's me, and I'm very angry. So we talked all night, and apparently her son was in the army at that time, and there were hundreds of thousands of Israelis recruited to the army at that time, and probably going to Gaza. And she told me that the most thing that upset her was that I wrote that in Israeli society there is a feeling of revenge. And that by saying this, I'm turning against Israel. I am making us weaker. And it took a lot of time for me to explain how I am trying to make our society stronger, and that we're in disagreement at this point. Now, almost 2 years later, we are still talking. We don't agree about everything, but I told you this story to make the point that the only way that we can strive in our communities, that we can work for peace, is to talk. And we must find a way to talk to everybody, or almost to everybody in our communities. Thank you, and with respect.